Hello YouTube! Let's make some Mexican chorizo. You will ask me why not Spanish? Recipe is different, spices are different. We will be doing Spanish chorizo too. That will include some drying process, which, you know, I love to dry, I love to smoke. But today, let's make it something more simple. Mexican style chorizo, but we will be putting that in casings. So I would call it Mexican style chorizo sausages. So let's get started. First, 5 pounds of meat. Again, the recipe is for the 5 pounds of meat. Adjust accordingly. You want more, add ingredients, you want less, subtract ingredients. Let's cut it to the manageable sizes for the grinding. After that we will be mixing with the spices. After that we will be stuffing, and then it's up to you. You can grill it, you can boil it, you can hot smoke it, you can do whatever you want. Just fry pan it if you wish. So let's get started. I forgot to tell you, meat should be about 70 to 30% fat content. Usually pork sausages have more fat, sometimes up to the 40-50%. So just again, adjust accordingly of what you would like. I'm using a pork butt. This is just the part of it. And again, this was exactly 5 pounds. I measured it just because I didn't want to use the whole butt to show you a lot and then give you a recipe for 5 pounds. This is 5 pounds. We will be making 5 pounds. Really? That's it. That's how long it takes. Now, grinding. Now I need to prepare the grinder, then we will see each other again. So, we cut the meat. Now we're ready to grind. One part which I don't like with that KitchenAid is like, you see what would happen if I would put it here. Everything drops, so something not, something doesn't drop, something splashes. Simple and easy. Way closer, way more manageable. Let's get rolling. Speed slow. Meat should be cold as possible. Please do not overheat the meat because it will get smushy. First of all, the grinder would not be able to pass through normal. So meat should be cold. You cut it, put in a fridge, prepare for the grinding, get out of the fridge, grind it. Again, put back in a fridge. Of course, you could mix it with the spices. Now, some of the spices could be added immediately, like salt, sugar, and all that other stuff, and then grind. But just for the showing purposes, I will add the spices already to the ground meat. So let's get rolling. Speed slow. And that's it. This is how much comes up from 5 pounds. Again, I will be wrapping that up, covering, getting into the fridge, preparing spices, and then I'll see you. So some time passed, meat out of the fridge, I prepared spices. Specific thing which I will be using is Achiote Ancho. It's a paste. I'll put all the ingredients in the description. Again, sugar, salt, oregano, some sweet chili, some cayenne and chipotle, cumin, and paste. So that's what will give that redness. The paste will give the redness and will give the specific aroma to chorizos. And now everything what we need to do, we need to mix it. The paste will be the last part. I will be adding some very cold water. There is no water yet. It's in a freezer actually. It's cooling off. Mixing water with the paste, then adding the water into the meat, which will be eventually the binder for the meat. So what's left is put the meat with spices, and again, probably hour or so, suggestion 2 or so. The best would be overnight to leave the meat in a fridge. This way the spices will go through, and then stuff the sausages. but we will see what will be happening. So let's get started. I will not use the full portion of meat, I will take the half. It's easier to mix it, and then I will add another half, and then I will mix it again. And that will be the only one moment when I actually will use glove. That's because of this paste. I don't want to walk half of a day with the red hand. So see you in a couple seconds. Again, glove only because of this paste. I know it just leaves the color. Again, I'm not trying to do that first time. All the recipes which you're getting are tested and most of the time loved by me. If I don't like something, I will tell you what I would think would improve for that recipe. And this recipe don't improve anything, it's perfect. So, we're taking the salt, sugar, we're putting in a big... Actually, if you will ask me, I added Instacure. For some reason, I feel safer. How bad it is? I don't know. Again, read it. Read what botulism is, and you will probably understand that really there is nothing special. You're eating more nitrates from veggies than you're getting from this meat when I'm adding it proportionally. So now I'm adding all the spices together again. And what I will do, I will mix them here. To begin with, just mix it. And here we have it. Now, next step is I actually will add half of the meat, pretty much half of the meat. Straight out of the freezer, the paste by itself, just dropping that in. It doesn't release immediately because it's a paste, so it still sticks together. It will take a couple of minutes, so probably I will speed it up. When it is mixed well, just put in the meat. And of course, mix it well, all of it. As you see, color changed, it became solid red. Now again, all of it goes into the fridge, at least for a couple hours, best overnight. After that we will be stuffing sausages, which in some of the scenarios, you can just take the meat, portion it, freeze it. Again, after a couple hours, it still needs to settle down, and just use it as a fry pan situation of the portioned cold meat. It's actually very nice. You can do that for the breakfast. So this is already actually product which you could use. But we will be stuffing sausages, and I don't know what we will be doing with them, or grilling or boiling, we will see. So see you later. And here we back, a couple hours later. Meat was in a fridge. I prepared my stuffing tool. I prepare my casings. So everything what I need to do is take the meat, put it in a stuffer. But before you do that, mix it one more time. Just in case, if anything was left with the meat, it will soften it up, it will even it up, it will disperse the flavor. So mix it up last time. As you see, I don't need to use the glove, just because now all the red stuff is in the meat, not on the hand. Okay, so we're ready. Interesting part. Proportions are for 5 pounds. That's exactly how much it fits. 5 pounds. Very important. Try to not leave any air gaps. Okay, so let's put it in. And let's start it slowly. Now this is not the perfect position. I'm showing just because it's convenient for you to see. Usually I would put on the end of the table from that side, and I would be 90 degrees towards the stuffing. And here we have it. Now, if we have some bursts of meat out, always remember you could go back. In this case, there is an air valve which allows me to do that. With some of the stuffers, it would be a problem. Now the same story, I can just push it out, grab this piece in, put it back, and I'm back in business. If it's not enough casings, just stop conveniently, rip apart, and do the same double knot. Now everything what we need to do, we need to make sausages. What's left, I will put another casing and I will continue. But for now, okay. Fine. The same story. Pinch, forward, pinch, backward. And we have ready sausages. So after that, again, it's up to you. Grill it, cook it, fry pan it, just use it.